This is the Premier League table as it currently stands, and wow, it's starting to look really interesting up at the top of the table. We're going to look at the results from today, specifically the Aston Villa 1-0 win over Manchester City. That's 4 matches now that Man City has failed to get more than a draw out of it, honestly. They drew 3 in a row, then they lost one. Very kind of unprecedented. I mean, I still wouldn't count City out. Rodri was suspended. It's a big reason why they lost today. But they are stuck on 30 points. Villa leapfrogging them with 32 into third place. Aston Villa have been phenomenal this season. We're going to look at that fixture more in depth later in the video. But first, I wanted to just kind of summarize the standings going into Thursday, where there will be 2 more fixtures to round off the table so that everyone's on 15 matches played. So, right start, you have Arsenal in first, 36 points, 2 points clear of Liverpool. Liverpool behind with their win against Sheffield, up to 34 points. Aston Villa behind them by 2 points. Only 4 points separate third through first. It's very tight at the top. And 6 points separate the top 4. So it's close. And then you look at Tottenham. Tottenham could go level with points against Man City if they win against West Ham tomorrow. And then, I mean, Man United's right there too with this win. I mean, obviously, they wouldn't get level with points. They've already played 15 matches, but Newcastle's right there. They could get up to 29. Brighton's at 25 after 15. West Ham, depending on how things go, if they win, they could get up to 24. And that's, it's looking really interesting this season. The relegation zone quickly. Sheffield bottom, Chris Wilder, new manager, first sacking of the season happened with Paul Heckingbottom leaving Sheffield United. Chris Wilder's back at the wheel. We'll see how that goes. I don't think it's going to mean much, but they are stapled to the bottom with 5 points. Burnley on 7, Everton on 7 with a game in hand on Luton, so Everton can get out of the relegation zone with this win against, they'd have to beat Newcastle, which is tough, but currently, I mean, it's looking, in my opinion, it's looking very, very interesting all over the table. The mid-table, the relegation zone, the top 5, 6, 7 teams. Very interesting stuff. Aston Villa versus Man City, that's really what everyone's here for. And it was a crazy fixture. I mean, let's just look at these stats. And for a second, just sit down if you're not already sitting, because if you didn't see these stats, City, 53.6% possession. You're going to expect City to dominate possession more often than not. That's not a shocker. 2 shots on target, 2 shots. That is kind of crazy, especially when you look at the fact that Aston Villa had 22. So Aston Villa totally just dominated with shots. They just were constantly. Oh, that's another crazy stat. But they were constantly just trying to find an opening to score, and finally they did score in the 74th minute thanks to Leon Bailey, an assist from Yuri Tielemans. Also, the corner disparity, that's something to consider. 6 corners to Man City's 0. Honestly, the lack of Rodri, I don't know, it has shown that it is a big loss for City. That is now 4 matches in a row that City have lost without Rodri. And, I mean, this is like, this is a fixture that City tends to dominate. 19 home wins, 10 away. And, this is only Villa's 6th home win against Man City ever in the Premier League. So, all in all, I mean, City's lineup's not there, but you could see it here on the side of the screen. Rico Lewis was starting in midfield alongside Akanji in that double pivot. Well, I don't know if it was really him in double pivot or if he was, it was honestly really fluid. But at the end of the day, you look at these squads on paper, and the fact that, Unai Emery has done such a great job managing to get Aston Villa where they are now, effectively top 3, maybe they, who knows? Who knows what moves they make in January? Who knows if they can keep this up, how long they can keep this up for, if they can. And honestly, they just look like a really frightening outfit to face. And I'm glad that they beat Man City, because this has made the Premier League title race, the top 4, top 5 race, that much more interesting. And I think everyone minus City fans are pretty thankful for it. So very, very huge fixture, big result. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this fixture. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much for watching the Sideline Sedo YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I'm Sideline Sedo. Thank you for watching. Peace.